The Colonization of Texas, Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin agrees to follow his father's dying wish to colonize Texas. At the age of 24, Stephen travels to San Antonio to meet the Spanish governor. The Spanish believed that by giving these Americans land, they would be loyal to Spain. After meeting with Governor Martinez, Stephen F. Austin explored Texas with the help of Erasmo Seguin. His goal was to choose a good place for his colony. He decides on the land between the Brazos and Colorado River. It has rich soil, water for irrigation and travel, and a climate suitable for growing crops. According to the government, American settlers would receive 640 acres for each free man who joined the colony. He would also receive 320 acres if he brought a wife, and 160 acres for every child. American settlers were also rewarded for bringing enslaved African Americans to Texas. These settlers could also receive 80 acres for every enslaved person they brought to Texas. If you were a colonist with a special skill, like a doctor, you received extra land. Austin advertised for settlers, paid for land titles, traveled to Texas, and paid for maps of the land. To pay for his colonization efforts, he charged the colonists 12.5 cents an acre. The cost of the land was much cheaper than Americans would pay for land in the United States. Many people were excited to be given the opportunity to start over in Texas. In addition to the cost of the land, American colonists were required to learn to speak Spanish and convert to Catholicism. Americans who were chosen to colonize Texas were also required to be of good moral character and work hard. Starting a colony would not be an easy task. Turning point in history. What would you do? The year is 1821. You have committed to colonizing Texas. After traveling and working for over a year, you learn that the Mexican Revolution is successful and Spain is no longer in control of Texas. Governor Martinez informs you that your land grant is no longer valid. You would A. Immediately travel to Mexico City to try and argue with the new government to honor your agreement. B. Return to the United States, begin your law practice in New Orleans. Or C. Ask for help once again from Baron de Bastrop. Ask him to get you a new grant.